So.
Oh, you need to show me the behind the scenes, man. It's not fair that you've watched like how.
How are you, Jerusha? You're cold. Yeah, it's a little bit. Okay. Right. Sign in here. And I'll come back to get you. I'm on the errand moment, so I'm like, running between places.
What's today's date? About you. Hold on. What's today's date?
It's the 29th. 30th.
Okay.
Oh God.
Jerusha, see here. Because I speak quite loud, I usually
Hi guys.
Yeah, loud. Depends if you're quiet.
It is 8:25 in the morning. As you can see, I probably look very tired at the moment. But today I'm gonna be doing. Today I'm gonna be on the radio, just talking about Valentine and what's to come in the future for my music career and everything else. Stay tuned.
www.voiceofafricaradio.com, live in London and across the world. I have Jerusha in the studios with me. So before when I'm going to ask you just a bit about yourself, can you just tell the viewers out there just a bit about yourself? Maybe your name, how old you are, how you got started, a little bit of back history.
Well, like said before, my name is Jerusha. I've been singing for like quite a while now, from when I was young, but only started taking it more seriously in the last couple of years. And I was found by Milky Records like just about a year ago. And it was kind of random actually. I just got a call and I was thinking, okay, what is this about? And Damsey was like, would you come and have a meeting? And really I didn't think it was anything serious, because I've had like people come to me before and say, oh, would you like to work with us and stuff, but nothing ever comes out of it. So I wasn't expecting much. And so I came, had a meeting, and then I did a show for Damsey. I did IMDb.
Yes.
And then just from there, everything's just gone up. I've been working on Valentine with him. He wrote it for me, and just been working on like my whole branding and everything else. So this as well.
And obviously it's no secret that you're a young woman in your teens, I do believe.
Yeah.
And how are you, because I know you're still kind of studying, how are you able to juggle your career and your education?
It's really hard, obviously, because college is a lot more than secondary school, so it's a lot harder. But I don't know, somehow I'm juggling it. I'm kind of behind, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of behind on some certain things, but I'm juggling it, and I'm learning to sort of like deal with it and prioritise like what needs to be done first. And
talking a bit about your music, what kind of like you have your Beyoncés and Rihanna's, what kind of category would you put yourself in? Are you a gospel artist? Are you hip hop? Are you a completely new genre altogether? Can you describe a bit about your music and what you inspired to be when it comes to your musical talents?
That's really difficult, because I'll say, because of the kind of voice that I actually do have, I would say like I'm quite a ballad person, like a power ballad person, like Jennifer Hudson, Beyonce. But then, because I like so many different styles of music, I like to like dabble in different areas. So, and I would love to explore like different things. So I want to train in classical music to like obviously perfect my voice, in the sense that as much as it's strong and stuff, I'd like to improve my vocal range and whatever, and I'd have a bigger stage that way to be able to be doing like maybe stuff on Broadway, and not just, you know, just be doing like shows as well.
So you quite like to get into musicals and that aspect. Your background, I mean, is it from a religious background? Is it a Christian background?
Yeah, my dad's a bishop and my mum's a pastor.
Serious? Yeah. I did not expect that coming. I actually didn't know that. It's serious. So it's actually like...
Yeah. Yeah, so it's actually been hard for me, like, even though Emmanuel's like been believing in me and everything, it's been kind of hard at first because my dad obviously wasn't too keen, because he's like, I don't want you to just go into anything and just end up, you know, doing like mainly worldly stuff. Obviously he wants me to stay like grounded in like gospel and obviously like Christian music. So she's been with Milky Town. It hasn't been hard for me because I've wanted to be more serious about my own music.
Yes.
It's just obviously because, like I said, I'm under my parents' roof and everything. Like my dad wasn't so keen at first, because he, like I said before, he didn't want me to be doing like worldly music and stuff. So it was hard at first. It took a while, and Emmanuel's got a really good relationship with my parents. So like now there's a big like trust, you know, a big trust wall there, so they trust Emmanuel to like take care of me and things. So now it's like no matter what happens, my parents are fine as long as I'm working with Emmanuel or I'm with Emmanuel. So yeah. So
do you think that helps that your parents knew Emmanuel Damsey Boy, in quotes, beforehand?
yeah. It was good. It's good that they actually have a relationship with him, because it just means that they're more free. Because my parents are quite protective of me, they don't just allow me to like hang around with anyone, because obviously I'm a girl, so it's not like it's another girl. So obviously it's good that they have trust for Emmanuel, because it just allows me to do a lot more things. And yeah.
And a bit about your family history. I mean, are you are you the only girl? What's your family history? Do you have brothers? Do you have sisters?
Yes, I have 6 younger brothers and sisters.
Wow. Are you the oldest?
I'm not, and then I have 2 older.
Wow, that's a huge family.
I know.
So it wasn't too difficult for them to if they want to part ways with their daughter. They've got so many other more.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Okay, you're listening to Voice of Africa Radio 94 FM. We're having an interview here with Jerusha and also the CEO of Milky Town Records, Damsey Boy. We're just going to take a commercial break. There's just a ringing in the studios. Ignore that. As it happens, live radio, you know. I don't worry, when I get off air, I'm going to tell someone off. We'll see who it is. Voice of Africa Radio, keep it locked on Voice of Africa 94 FM, live across London and worldwide. It's still ringing. I love how it's still ringing.
Jerusha, what happened?
I know, it's really not. I mean, it's not like you're a small thing. You're kind of a big deal at the moment, and you haven't really even properly come out really officially yet.
That's true.
I mean, the future is very bright for this company.
I know. Obviously, that first.
I know,
No. I'm just. Obviously, I don't want you to just like gas me up or something. Yeah, I'm still working up there. Obviously, in a few years to come, I wish to see myself like made and successful and stuff in it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so obviously, I'm still planning towards that, and I hope everything you're saying does come true in it. That's why I'm like, yeah. Before they'll come to me.
Obviously, like, I mean, there's so many people that are trying to do exactly what you're doing. What kind of advice would you give to them? Because I know you haven't had an easy road.
I'm so bad at giving advice.
What would you say that is inspirational?
I'll probably wreck their career. So.
What would you say? Okay, what would you say? Obviously, you've had tough times. What would you say? What has been done right for you? Why do you think you've been so successful so far?
The reason why I'm bad at giving advice is because like, obviously I've made a lot of. I always like taking risks because I don't like following advice myself. When someone says don't do something, I do it anyway.
Yes.
Because I learn better when I make the mistake. My same page as me in it, so that's why I don't really listen to what advice.
Definitely. And you know, when you kind of go into the music industry, you hear like such horror stories of what happens once you made it, once you get in there. You kind of like, it's a different ball game. Is that what you've like had firsthand? Would you say it's completely different than what you anticipated?
You mean like when it gets a bit like when stuff start changing and
yes.
start affecting artists?
Yes.
You mean like when man just like, you know, like manipulating artists and making them turn to something else? Is that what you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Oh, So you're asking, is this what we want, or is this what?
I'm asking, is the music industry like completely different than what you thought it would be? And can you give any young aspiring girls or boys trying to get into the music industry any advice you can give them on what to kind of expect and what they can do to keep on going? Because obviously it's not an easy thing.
When you want to get signed, or when you want to come to someone and say, I have this idea, because if you're strong in your opinion and you're strong in what you want to do, you're more likely to be taken more seriously. And plus, I'd say, yeah, just try and get as much experience as you can in music. Try and learn to like create your own songs, write your own tracks. Try and like do like YouTube channels to get known, and yeah, do like shows to get experience.
Thank you very much. This is Jerusha, and I've had Damsy Boy in the studios with us today. Thank you. It's been a much pleasure to interview both with you, and I'm sure a lot of young people will be inspired by your story today. Voice of Africa Radio 94 FM.